Hello everybody, today's a special day. We've launched our audio version of my book, Rivers of Aid, Stories from the Poor Countries. Published in hard copy a year ago, there was enough interest to warrant this first venture into the audio market via Amazon's Audible platform. It's been a challenge, not least my reading of the text, but we're delighted with the result. I wanted to write a book about the 40 years I've spent in international development and humanitarian aid. It's one of the largest industries in the world. But I knew that I did not want to write a book knocking the industry, nor write a dry academic tome. I'm fortunate enough to spend most of my time at the front end, as we say, in the field, not behind a desk wondering what it was all about. So I took inspiration from a famous author in the 1920s and 30s, Somerset Maugham. He travelled widely, particularly in the Far East. And in 1925, he stayed at the famous Oriental Hotel here in Bangkok. He wrote, quote, "The heat of Bangkok was overwhelming. The Watts oppressed me by their garish magnificence, making my head ache." He didn't really take to Bangkok, at least not on his first visit. Maugham was an observer and a watcher, writing short stories about the people that he met. Here then are my observations, stories about people from the poor countries and about those who visit and try to help them, and more often than not, end up helping themselves. I've written about the people that we've tried to assist and support, the beneficiaries. But I've also written a lot about ourselves, the visitors. Sometimes idealistic young chaps learning the ropes, often all at sea, sometimes becoming jaded. And I tell about the grey-headed old school types, the experts, one of which I seem to have grown into. We ponder knowledgeably around the table, or we gaze over the fields. Stories about how development work grew from and meshes with the darker world of the various wars that we're afflicted with. The book contains humour, adventure, happiness and tragedy. I expect it will anger some practitioners, and others may recognise themselves or their friends with a wry laugh. I hope you do laugh at the crazy Thai doctor who sits in a tree, hiding from her patients and dreaming of her boyfriend's enormous juju. You'll learn something from my old Special Forces friend boozing himself to death. And I hope delight in how a young Pakistani girl survives a terrifying flood to become an aid worker herself. This isn't the world of dry economics and politics, ponderous speeches by officials in suits explaining their fanciful ideas and about how they would like to spend your tax money. These are the stories of ordinary and occasionally extraordinary people touched by whatever development means. I'll be leaving all the links about how to buy the book, both in hard copy and the audio version, in the description box below. Enjoy listening.